Good day everyone, especially to my instructor. I'm Janry Sultan Lucero, B-Scrim, and this is my overview about the correction pillar. So correction is a branch of criminal justice system that concerned with the custody, supervision, and rehabilitation of criminal offenders, where the penology is the study of punishment for crime of criminal offenders. It includes the study of control and prevention of the crime through punishment of criminal offenders. So correction is the branch of criminal justice system, while the penology is the study of punishment for a crime. There are two classifications of correction: institutional correction that deals with jails, prison, and colonies, where a convict is going to serve his sentence. A non-institutional correction is deals with the service of sentence of a convict outside an institution. It also known as the community based on treatment. So institutional correction is deals with jails, prison, and colonies, while the non-institutional correction is deals with the service of sentence of a convict. Next is the justification of punishment. So justification of punishment is first is the retribution. Retribution is the offender should be punished because they deserve it. The expiation or atonement is the punishment in the form of group of vengeance. Then the deterrence is the punishment gives lesson to the offender by showing to others that would happen to them if they violate the law. The incapacitation and protection is the public will be protected if the offender is being held in condition where he cannot harm others, especially the public. And the last is reformation or rehabilitation. It is the establishment of the usefulness and responsibility of the offender. Next is penalty. So what is penalty? So penalty is defined as the suffering inflicted by the state against the offending member for the transgression of law. Punishment imposed of the or incurred for a violation of law or rule. So penalty is yung mga tao na gumagawa ng law or gumagawa ng crime. So syempre may matatanggap sila na penalty based on the crime that they are doing. Next is duration and effects of penalty. So may mga duration ang effects of penalty. So like reclusion perpetua. So reclusion perpetua is the 30 years is the imprisonment for at least 30 years, after which the convict becomes eligible for pardon. Reclusion temporal is the 12 years and 1 day to 20 years. And the prison mere and temporal disqualification is 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. And the prison correctional suspension and stereo is 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. And the arresto mayor is 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. Arresto minor is 1 day to 30 days. And the ban to keep the peace is the ban to keep the peace shall be required to cover such period of time as the court may be determined. Next is juridical condition of penalty. So productive of suffering without however affecting the integrity of the human personality, and the commensurate with the offense of different crimes must be punished with the different penalties. And personal, the guilty one must be the one to punish, no proxy. Illegal, the consequence must be in accordance with the law, and the equal is equal for all person, and certain no one must escape its effects. So correction pillar, jail and prison. So what is jail? So jail is a short-term detention facility where a person convicted or suspected of crime is detained. It holds people awaiting trial under the investigation and people sentenced for a short duration, which is below 3 years sentence. So jail is the below 3 years sentence. So there are 3 types of jails: lock-up jails, ordinary jails, and workhouse jail, forms of camp. So prison. So what is prison? A place of a long-term confinement for those convicted of a serious crime. The sentence is above 3 years or place, which refers to the national prison. So prison is the above 3 years sentence. So the differences between jail and prison. So prison is the above 3-year sentence, while the jail is the below 3-year sentence. Next is there are 3 types of general classification of inmates: detention prisoners, sentence prisoners, and prisoners who are on safekeeping. Correction pillars: the prison system and non-institutionals. Probation, pardon, amnesty, parole, and reprieve and suspension of sentence, commutation of sentence.